We're in the back streets of Tripoli, just off Syria Street, the dividing line between the two warring communities. We've got an appointment with a weapons dealer who's finishing off a deal with selling a few grenades to local fighters. Welcome to Tripoli, Lebanon's second city, in a town being ripped apart by the war in neighbouring Syria. With the city divided between warring Sunni and Alawite Muslim communities, Tripoli is the greatest single flashpoint in Lebanon's increasingly fragile ethnic mix. Over 20 years after the end of Lebanon's bitter civil war, the tiny country is on the edge of chaos once again. Lebanon's Hezbollah-controlled government is hated by the country's Sunni minority for intervening on the Assad regime's side in the war in Syria. Now the northern city is witnessing increasingly deadly clashes between Sunnis who support the rebels and their Alawite neighbours who support the regime, all watched helplessly by the weak Lebanese army Tripoli's Sunnis see as a Hezbollah puppet. What makes the situation so volatile is that the whole country is awash with weapons. With an almost meaningless border with Syria next door and vast stockpiles left over from the civil war, the country increasingly resembles a giant weapons market. If you've got enough money, you can buy anything you want, no questions asked. So we went window shopping to see what's available. Welcome to the Great Lebanese Arms Bazaar. It's an ordinary day in Tripoli and guns are everywhere. Like 90% of Tripoli's population, these fighters are Sunni Muslims who live encircling an Alawite minority on the hill of Jebel Mosen. Clashes between the two groups have left the city on the brink of chaos, and the easy availability of automatic weapons and rocket-propelled grenades has left large chunks of the city looking like a war zone. Now most households have their own weapons, and a whole new generation's growing up learning how to use them. Little kid just came over with his dad's M4, he's playing around with it. Children grow up with guns early here, courier them for their fathers. Apparently he even takes part in the clashes sometimes. His dad's training him up as a fighter. Weapons from all across the world can be found here, with the ever-present martyrs posters a reminder of their deadly effect. 70% of the population here lives beneath the poverty line, with most families in Tabana surviving on around $300 a month. But despite the poverty, the gun trade is big business. I went to meet Omar, a Sunni fighter and small-time weapons dealer, to find out how big. These are your weapons here? Can I see? Yeah.
لعنا نحن عنا هول هن اللي بيقولوا عنا إرهاب، نحن منا إرهاب. نحن لا بدنا نحارب الدولة ولا بدنا نحارب بس حزب الله والنظام السوري. جبل محسن ومسكستين هاي ميم 16 مشان هون التقنيص. وهذا الأربيجي هذا أنا شارينه من جبل محسن.
From Jebel Mosen.
من النظام السوري بشار الأسد رفعت عيد. اشتريناه من واحد من فوق. أخذناه منه ب $1500.
You scratched away the serial number on here.
هن بيشيلوها بيجلخوها مشان ما ينعرف من النظام الأسدي بشار الأسد.
What I don't understand is there's no money in Tabana. Where do they find the money to buy these weapons?
يعني من الأحزاب هن اللي عم يعطونا السياسيين والنواب هن اللي عم يعطونا يعني كله من الدولة. لو معنا مصاري ما بنشتري سلاح نشتري ناكل نلبس ثياب.
Why do you think these politicians are funding this? Why are they giving you money to buy weapons?
السياسيين عم يدفعوا مصاري مشان يضلوا الشعب اللبناني عم يقتل بعضه ومشان يقولوا مشان يهربوا. كيف بدهم إذا دل فوضى بلبنان بيهربوا المخدرات يعني بيهربوا البشر بيقتلوا البشر. يعني علبة الخرطوش كان حقها 50,000 هلا صار حقها 20,000. السياسيين هي عم توزع عم يعطوا مجموعاتهم الإرهابية. الدولة هي الضباط الشيعة والضباط العلوية بالجيش عم يفوتوا السلاح لرفعت عيد. نحن ما عنا ميشيل سليمان رئيس جمهورية، عنا بشار الأسد بلبنان. وإذا ضلت الحولة هاي بدكم تشوفوا لبنان غير شيء، بدكم تشوفوه من 75. ونحن مستعدين بإذن الله نحارب. أمتنا بكون متنا ونعشنا منعيش.
Lebanon's political system is almost entirely based on sectarian affiliation, with parties representing the country's Sunnis, Shias, Christians, Alawites and Druze. If it was true that politicians in Beirut were flooding Tripoli with weapons, then Lebanon's politicians were playing a dangerous game in a country so divided on sectarian lines. Tripoli's side streets are a no-go area for the army. In these narrow alleyways, weapons are readily available. Buying a gun here seems like buying drugs in the West, and I just arranged a meeting with another Sunni dealer a few doors down. This is what you got? A few AKs? Do you think every family in Tabana has a weapon?
ما في بيت إلا ما فيه سلاح. صار الواحد بيبيع ابنه وبيخلي بوريته عشان يحمي حوله.
I mean, where are all the weapons coming from?
بيدعموا الجبل، حزب العربي الديمقراطي. شيء حزب الله بيعته تيعمل فتنة بالمنطقة. بيعت له إياه، ومنه بيبيع ذهب مرته عفشه وبيشتري قطع. هذا حوالي $3000. هذا خفيف بيطلع على الخصر. يضل قدام.
So you can just hide it, have it on you all the time.
كله إيران. إيران وسوريا. كله حزب الله هذا. بيفجرك بس بيبعت لك.
I mean, he says they're getting all their ammo, all their weapons from Jebel Mosin, from the enemies up there, but realistically, a lot of this is being brought in from politicians from their own side. The different confessional factions in Lebanese politics are flooding this place with weapons whenever they want to put pressure on the other side. How old are you when you first learnt to use a gun?
12 سنة كان عمري. كنت صغير. فأنا على الشغلات هيدي.
I mean, how much money would a fighter from Tabana spend on weapons and ammunition every year?
كل اللي معه، شو معه بيحطه. بيطلع آخر المعركة جيعان.
It's just one house, one fighter, a few AKs, pistol, a hell of a lot of ammo. And there's a constant circulation of weaponry throughout the whole country. Saad hustled me out of his flat before the neighbours got suspicious and turned us in. I'd asked him how buyers knew they were getting decent goods, so he insisted we go down to his shooting range, where they test the kit before agreeing on a deal. Driving past an army checkpoint, following the weapons dealers down to test a pistol. The range turned out to be a patch of wasteland near the beach. I wasn't really sure what was going on.
اضرب تهرب تعرف انك في القصه خليك انا رد عليه بس بدك يكون اخذ ضرب ما تعمل هيك
Yeah. Pretty weird, but it works. Now it's time to go before the army turn up. Just went down into a stretch of reeds by the sea, leads off a few rounds. The army turned up. For a country that's meant to be at peace, the most striking thing about Lebanon is how openly weapons are carried. It looks like Tripoli's become addicted to guns. I'd spent most of my time in Tripoli hanging out with the Sunni militia commander Ziad Alouki. Ziad controls the city's ancient souk, and his security detail of tooled-up kids is the closest thing to law and order here. Now Ziad wanted to show off his personal armoury.
Okay, let's go.
I think Ziad's taking us on a day trip somewhere with his guys, his fighters, in our car. Not sure about this. Make sure that these are all on safety catch, okay? This is the dodgiest thing I've done on this trip. 5 armed fighters, 1 commander.
Yeah.
Crew. The army don't care, Ziad. He just drive past and like wave at them. They don't do anything.
وبيعرف نحن بكينتنا فلذلك بتجنبنا وجانا بيفوت معنا باي صراع انا قبل هلا جربوا وصار لازم بينه وبينهم فنحن عم نتجنب الامور كلها هيدي.
This is crazy. This is nice.
Yeah,
This is really nice.
Very nice, yeah.
It's like a beachfront katiba. Friday afternoon, come down to the beach with a group of Sunni militants. Bit of training, no big deal.
One time in 1 month we come here shooting and snipe here. Me and my guys here.
Is the M16 your favourite?
Yeah, it's my favorite weapons here. It's made in USA.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes we like what made in USA, especially weapons.
Everything else, not so much.
No, we love democracy in USA.
Sure.
Everybody love democracy in anywhere in the world.
Is it more accurate, the M16? It's better than the Kalashnikov?
In our world street war here, the Kalashnikov better for M16. But M16 here for sniper.
Ziad's men may have been posing for their martyrs photos, but the overall mood was of a nice day out.
It's like any day at the seaside in England. It's fucking raining, so it's ruined our fun.
The guys all wanted to show off their skills.
Yay! First shot.
ما بيصير دقوت لك على الزبيري هلا. Very nice. One shot.
Okay, one shot.
يلا شوت يلا.
بعد عينك
بعد عينك لا بعد عينك صيفي والله صيفي
حنزلك معنا بقرا.
What did he say?
He's going to bring you with them tomorrow.
الله معك. الله معكم. الحمد لله. مثل ما جينا اطلعوا يلا.
Even by Lebanese standards, Tripoli is an unstable place. But even in the capital, Beirut, the black market arms trade is a booming industry. Beirut's divided between sectors controlled by the different sectarian armed groups, with Hezbollah being by far the most powerful force. The Shia militia controls almost everything in Lebanon. So to find out more about the country's arms bazaar, we headed to the Shia suburb of Dahia, deep in Hezbollah-controlled territory, to meet a Hezbollah fighter and arms dealer. Hezbollah's fighters are banned from talking to the media, so this was an incredible opportunity to find out more about the group's role in the weapons trade. As long as we didn't get caught.
I'm in a locked back room of a workshop somewhere in Beirut. Come to meet an arms dealer. صباح الخير. كيفك?
ماشي حال
Okay, let's look at what you got. So IPK?
يس RBK ميدان روسي هذا حقه $1500
Colt Commando M4
3000
3000
Yeah.
RPG?
RPG.
Yeah.
$1000
$1,000
now
now?
yes
Okay. Why are they cheaper now than they were?
كل ما بتروق كل ما بيرخص كل شيء كل ما بتعلى مشاكل كل ما بيعلى
What kind of person is going to want to buy an RPK or an RPG, like a grenade launcher?
هون بلبنان عادي
This is Israeli? Israel?
Yeah.
How do you get this from Israel?
عامل اسرائيل بيوصل لهون.
I'm sure there's a story.
عادي من بعد ما فلوا الإسرائيليين تركوا كل شيء وهربوا تركوا كل شيء فلوا تركوا دبابات جرافات كل شيء تركوا فلوا هربوا انهزموا واحد مهزوم يعني بياخذ معه أغراضه.
There's something funny about this. I mean, property of the US government, this is US tax dollars sent to Israel as military aid. Israel invaded Lebanon, Israel lost. Hezbollah got this, and now it's being sold somewhere in Beirut.
كل شيء فيه بلبنان فيه كل شيء من روسيا لأمريكاني لبريطاني وين في حرب بيجي كل السلاح عليها في كل شيء.
What's your favourite weapon?
هيك هو رشاش الشارع ملك الشارع هو الكلاشين تقوس فيه بالشارع هو أنا بفضل الروسي بس لأنه ما بيغلط وخرطوش موفر وكل شيء يعني.
This is very sexy. Stay out.
من أستريا.
Yeah, Austria. $7,000. So they've taken away the numbers.
هاي هو بيجي من السعودية للجيش الحر ويدخلون أرقامهم لحتى ما حدا يعرفهم.
Went to the Free Syrian Army and then it ended up here with the opposite side pretty much. $7,000. Seven. I'm pretty tempted. Well, he's got a pretty impressive stock, and that's just one of his many shops. He's got quite a few more around Beirut. The sheer number and the sheer variety of weapons floating around this country is incredible. I think a customer's come. I'll put this away.
نعم. أنا عندي شغلة هلا بيجي. مين معي؟ إيه هلا عندي شغلة هلا بيجي. عرفتي أنت.
Lebanon.